welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria, and today I have a different kind of video. I'm going to be doing a highly requested question and answer video about my yoga journey, starting my yoga practice, starting teaching, and then opening my yoga studio, which is where I am today, right now. I do want to do a yoga studio tour, so I will do that in a future video. But yeah, as you can probably tell, I'm not very comfortable with talking on camera. I definitely feel awkward, but we're just going to go with it. Hopefully I get a little more comfortable as we go on and as I answer questions. And throughout the video, if you have any questions, you can comment them down below and I will answer them in the comments. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. We are starting from the very beginning. When did I start practicing? I started practicing when I was 15 years old. I think it was 2014. I was in high school. I did not have the greatest time in high school. I did not have a lot of friends. I was very anxious. I had a lot going on internally, and I think my mom saw that. She definitely saw that, and she actually introduced me to yoga. She brought me to the yoga studio and signed the waiver, and that is when my life changed for the very best, because it took me out of that negative mind space at such an early age, and it just brought me to myself. It brought me to my body. It taught me, and it continues to teach me every single day, how to love myself, how to trust myself and my decisions. And yeah, so Mom, if you're watching this, I love you so much, and I am so, so grateful for you that you did that day, and for everything else that you do for me. So yeah, I started practicing when I was 15, and then the next question was, when did I do my teacher training? So I did my teacher training when I was 17, I think it was 2016. Again, my mom was the one who told me to do it. She helped me to pay for it. And it was absolutely incredible. I think it was one of my favorite months of my life. It was like a full month intensive. So it was August 2017, and it was every day, Monday to Friday, 8 to 4 p.m. And it was absolutely incredible, practicing yoga multiple times a day, and then also learning about the history of yoga was just absolutely incredible. I have no words, and I would recommend it to anyone that has a yoga practice and wants to learn more. If you want to become a teacher, absolutely. But I absolutely loved it. Where did I do it? I did it with Yoga Tree. It is a local yoga studio here in Vaughan, and I love them so much. So if you are interested in doing a teacher training, I would absolutely recommend them. But I would also recommend that you do your research and just make sure that the yoga studio and their values align with you and what you are looking for. I start teaching right away after the teacher training. I did. So throughout the teacher training, it was mandatory to teach family and friends. So I started there. I think I did like 3 or 4 practice classes with my family. And then the studio also had the teachers, so they offered something called like economy classes. So it was like a discounted rate for the students, and it was like the new teachers that got to teach them. So that was really great. It helped me just get more comfortable with teaching. And then from there, I got really good feedback. So I got more classes on the schedule there at Yoga Tree. And yeah, it just started there. Any tips for new teachers to start teaching? Just start. Teach your family, teach your friends, people you're comfortable with, people who won't judge you, and just start, because you will get more comfortable as you go. I promise. It's definitely tough in the beginning. You're just filled with so much knowledge from the teacher training you just did, and you have so many ideas, but start, go slowly, and just trust yourself and believe in yourself and just be confident in your abilities. You did that teacher training, so you have the knowledge to teach. So just go for it, okay? Any tips for someone wanting to be a yoga teacher? Keep practicing. Keep focusing on your self-practice. And then also like I said before, do your research, look at teacher trainings in the area, and just see what resonates best with you. When you started teaching yoga, did you picture yourself where you are now? No, definitely not. And I'm just like putting myself back in my 17-year-old shoes. And I think at that point, I still was very unsure about my worth and my value. And at that time, I was also in a very different mind space. I was in university, and then I did a graduate program. So in my mind, I always thought that I would have like a 9-to-5 job and then teach yoga on the side. So I wasn't really thinking like yoga would be my full-time job. Or I always like had this dream of opening up my a yoga studio, but I don't know if I really believed in myself at that time when I was that age. So I definitely didn't picture this, but yeah. What is advice for not giving up? So if you don't know this already, teaching yoga is demanding on your body, and to make a comfortable living, you would need to be teaching at studios like 4 to 5, if you're doing group classes, like 4 to 5 times a day. So I know it can be very tough on you sometimes. It can be tough on your body and your mind. But I think the most important piece of advice is to find what works best for you. So maybe you like to teach private classes. There is teaching corporate yoga classes, group classes in the studio. You can really like open yourself up to new opportunities in the yoga space, like what I did, teaching yoga online, YouTube, growing your social community like Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. There's really so many ways that you can go. So find what works best for you and don't give up. Like that's like the biggest piece of advice, is like you really got to trust yourself and trust that everything is happening for a reason and everything's gonna work out exactly how it is supposed to. And if you work hard and believe in yourself, you will see results. Absolutely. Like there's not much more I can say than that. You really just have to have that belief. That sounds really corny, but it's so true. Did you ever, what is next? Ever teach at studios or a studio before having your own, or always solely digital? I did. I was teaching at many other yoga studios. I was probably teaching like 15 to 20 classes a week for other studios, as well as teaching online. So I've always been a little bit of a hustler. And I always just want to do as much as I can. I'd like to push myself to the limit, but like right before that burnout. And sometimes you don't even know you're in that burnout until like you're out of it, but that's a whole other story. But yeah, I was teaching at other studios, online, privates, before I opened my own studio. Before I opened my own studio, I also wanted to add that I was subleasing out a ballroom dance studio. So this is a very important step, I think. If you are looking to teach group classes, but you don't want to do it in a studio, you want it to be like your own community, then I'd recommend finding a space like a dance studio or like a room in a gym and leasing that out, or like renting it, and hosting classes on your own if you are not interested in teaching for other studios. But yeah, before I opened my studio, I was doing all of that. And at the same time, I was doing a lot of manifesting. I think it may have been like a year or a year and a half before I even opened this place that I started an Instagram page that was actually called Flow Yoga Studios, and it was private, and I just invited like some of my really close friends and family to follow it, and I would just post inspiration pictures of what I would want my dream studio to look at, but I had no like intention of opening anytime soon. It was always just like a goal in my head that I wanted to reach. And I also, on the same topic of manifestation, whenever I would go to like a furniture store with my mom, I'd be like, when I open my studio, I want that. I want like these elements. Like I was always thinking of that, but like nothing was happening in regards to that. And then just like a little bit more story about how this all came about. So I was teaching at the Ballroom Dance Studio, and I was teaching there twice a week on Thursday nights and Sunday mornings. And the classes, I was teaching there for about 2 years. And the classes there were filling up, and there was wait lists. And one of my students, Bianca, if you're watching this, she was my real estate agent, and she came to me and she said, Victoria, are you looking for a space yet? And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm kind of looking online, but just like keeping an eye out, but I'm not like actively looking. And she's like, well, I can send you some properties if you're interested, and if anything like sparks your interest, then we can go look. And I was like, okay, like I guess so. So she sent me this place first, and this place that we're in. And as soon as I walked in, I can't even explain to you what I felt. It was just butterflies all around. And I went with my mom and dad, and I was like, guys, like I think this is it. Like I think I'm really ready to do this. I believe in myself, and I'm ready to take this next step. I know it's gonna be a lot of work, but like it just feels so right. And like I didn't actively go looking for something. Like the timing was just like perfect. I'm speechless because I seriously have no words about how it all came about. It was just the opportunity came, and I jumped right into it. I dove into it. And I am just so happy that I did, that I trusted in myself and I believed in myself, because now we are about 4.5 months in, and I've never been happier. Next question is, do you have a partner or a mentor? Do you mentor? Why did I say mentor? Do you run the studio alone? I do right now. And so I'm teaching about 15 to 20 classes a week, as well as doing all the administrative work, all the marketing, the cleaning. I know this is not sustainable long term, but at the end of the night, when I'm done my day, I don't feel like I'm tired, but I'm so happy and I'm so grateful. And I know that like it's all working out how it's supposed to. I know that I do have 4 team members now, which I am so grateful for them. They are all incredible humans, and they help me out a lot. So I'm very happy to have them. But yeah, I know that teaching 15 to 20 classes a week is not sustainable. So I am going to be working on just reducing that workload a bit so I can focus more on the business side of things, and like time management. So yeah, I'm going to be getting better with that, mark my words. I think that is all the questions I had. Yeah, I think I answered all of these. But my number one advice is to do not give up. If you love something, if you are passionate about something, and you work hard at it, the results will come, and you will find yourself, you will find your place, and you will grow, you will flourish. Manifesting works, so make sure to write things down. My screensaver is always like what I want in life, and like it's nice like getting to like check those things off and then like adding new things that I want, like goals and stuff. And throughout your process, throughout your journey, just stay true to yourself, stay genuine, stay humble, stay grateful. Gratitude creates more of what's the saying here? Being grateful creates more of what you want, pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. So just being grateful for the little things while you wait for the bigger things to happen. That's all I wanted to say. But again, if you have any other questions, please feel free to comment them down below and I will answer. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I rambled a lot or if I seemed awkward or uncomfortable. I think I got a little bit better as it went on. If there is anything else, please feel free to message me, email me. I'm always open to helping you guys out. And I think that's it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope this video inspired you or taught you something. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Don't forget to like this video, again, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I appreciate all of the support and all of the love you guys give to me. So thank you so much, and that's it.